Yo, YouTube, what's going on, man? Hey, can everybody hear me good? All right, yeah, we good. We rocking. We good. We rocking. Yo, YouTube, what's good, man? I don't know. I got this vertical. I wanted to do it with the with the horizontal joint, but the vertical, I did it too late, so it got me with the vertical right now. But yo, I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. It's almost over. Today is my second favorite day of the week. Since Monday is my favorite day of the week, can I guess what my second favorite day of the week is? Yeah, I call it Monday Eve. So got Monday Eve going. Tomorrow's my birthday. Yo, this is that mix. I got that flavor right here. This right here is some water with some organic Peruvian maca root and some vegan glutamine. Um, Glutamine is very healthy for you. It's good for your gut. I won't go into all of that. But eventually I want to start doing something called Wellness with Waters, and I do nothing but health and wellness. I am building a plant protein company as well as writing books and being an author. I have a very, very long history and lineage of health and wellness. My mom is a celebrity life coach and health and wellness nutritionist. So she does a lot of stuff for like a lot of the A-list people in the city of Atlanta. So I always grew up seeing it in my life, and I'm bringing my own spin to that based off of what she's done and what I grew up with. I'm just adding some things that I noticed over a kid that I felt was missing in the family. So definitely want to start doing a wellness with waters. But yes, glutamine is A1 for you. If you're tired, if you're feeling sick, just take it daily, man. Glutamine pretty much resets your stomach and balances your stomach out. It's good for gut health, for leaky gut. If you don't know, 90% of your serotonin is created in your gut, and 90% of your immune system is within your gut as well. You have actually more germ cells than you do human cells. When I mean germs, I mean bacteria, microbe, the good flora that's in your body, in your stomach. And then maca is great for endurance, energy. Maca is also great for libido. So if you're trying to turn it up, you know what I'm saying, and get like that, fellas, you know what I'm saying, Maca's good for that. I'm sure you may have heard it for that. Women, if you're trying to get, you know what I'm saying, more moist in the southern regions, then Maca's good for you as well. Not saying any of y'all got issues like that, but see, the thing about it is that most people wait until there's an issue before trying to address it. People who are wealthy, people who are forward thinking, people who are enterprise thinking, people who are about making sure that they have their life in order before there's an issue comes, they're proactive. They're proactive, and they're preventative. Preventative health is very, very vital, and it's super important to be able to be aware of that for longevity and for vitality throughout your life. I mean, what is the point of having money if you can't live long? Everyone loves and feels like they're so fucking lit because of something that a man who couldn't even pay for heal himself from cancer, his money couldn't even save him from cancer. And y'all all know I'm talking about the late and great Steve Jobs. So even Steve Jobs, as famous as he was, he gave us all of these beautiful, beautiful products and technology, and even himself couldn't save himself from cancer. So yeah, that's a whole nother story, y'all. But yeah, just sipping on this maca. It gets a little cloudy, so every so often you gotta, you know what I'm saying, spin it. But I ain't gonna lie, normally I be thugging it. I just take it in one or two gulps. But for the sake of the video, I was like, let me just sip this on here. Then I wanted to put y'all down on it real quick. But yes, today's Sunday Eve. Today's Monday Eve, and today is Sunday, Monday Eve. Tomorrow's my favorite day of the week, and it so happens to be my birthday. I tell my little papito, he's like, Papi, your birthday? I was telling him, tomorrow's Monday. And my kids always know I be geeked on Sunday and geeked on Monday. But don't play with me on a Monday. If you want to play some games with me or attempt to try to play some games, please do not attempt to play no games on a Monday, because most likely you're going to get your motherfucking feeling hurt for real, straight up like that. Like, I do not play no games on a Monday. I don't play games in general, but on Monday, but I be locked in for real, for real. And he was like, Yeah, tomorrow's Monday too, but it's also your birthday. That's my little hermosito, mi little negrito ojo claro. But he, yeah, he's like, Papi, tomorrow's, he's like, Papi, tomorrow's your birthday. And I'm like, yeah, tomorrow's Monday. And he always tells me, like, to be thinking. So it's beautiful to have kids that can be able to, you know, make you feel special. But yeah, we getting started, y'all. If y'all notice what the title is, the title's about that. I'm working on being natural, more natural, working on just talking, but at the same time, I like to be in and out. I know the world is fast, technology is fast, and people get bored quick. And trust me, I don't even want to listen to myself talk for that damn long, to be honest. But I want to bring some things that are vital. And I think if you really care about changing your life, then you will be able to sit through anything that you feel like will change your life. And most people don't realize that their life is important and it's good to be able to put the effort into change. And most people wait till they're on the deathbed or they're waiting till they're going to the doctor, things get worse before changing. So I just said that earlier, proactive is better. So these conversations are proactive conversations. So y'all want to hear, right? The one thing that you can sell, there's literally one thing that you can sell before anything else that will change your life drastically. One thing, and that one thing is this. Y'all ready? Yourself. And I know it sounds crazy, like, oh, I was looking for you to say a product, or maybe I was looking for me to say like this one hustle and you take this stock and you flip that. All those things work, and I've done them, and I've made a good amount of money from different things, stock, creating businesses, selling different things like that. But the one thing that leverages all of those different things, that if you sell this one thing, it'll make all those other things seem so much more special, and you'll get more return in your time, more return in your energy, and more return in your money. And two of those things, I mean, you can't get back. You can get more energy and you can get more money, but you cannot get more time. And the ability to be able to sell yourself is so transferable because everything revolves around selling. You know, you've seen somebody, right? So imagine going into a store, and you going into the store and stuff is not, you don't really have salespeople as much as you used to because everything's online. You already pretty much know what you want. You done looked at it for like 30 days. You done had it in your cart for like 2 months. So we're not in a sales-centric world how we used to be. So you don't have to deal with people trying to sell you as much. But let's just kind of go back a little bit, maybe 10, 15, 20 years, depending on how old you are. And let's go back to a sales environment. Now imagine going into a store, and you want to go into a store and you want to purchase something. Now, imagine if someone came to you that was there to assist you, not even say sell you on something, but assist you on giving you a product that you might not have had any idea about or you didn't know about as well, to go into the store and just pick it up and grab it and leave. Now, imagine if that person came to you and they was like, let's say a TV, and it's like, yeah, man, this TV right here, you know, this TV got 5 channels, 30 channels. They just so low energy, barely can tell you about what's going on. Yeah, I think you'll like it. Oh, I am. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate that birthday love. I just seen the comment. Thank you very much. Love and respect to you. But imagine if you go into the store and they just so underwhelming. Oh man, just get this, man. This is a good TV. People say they like it. You know, I don't know why they like it. But imagine that him or her trying to talk to you that way and somewhat selling you something. Would you buy that from them? Most likely no, because their energy wasn't right. They didn't know what they was talking about. They didn't know if they even wanted to be there, more or less. But we're so critical about how other people come off to us. But imagine how we come off to ourselves. Now, the first thing that you can do to change your life drastically, and the most important thing that you can do to change your life drastically, is sell yourself, but not sell yourself to anyone else, because that's the part. But it's a two-part thing. Selling yourself to other people, but then selling yourself to somebody that's the most important person in the world, which is you. Once you sell yourself on something, it's damn near impossible to not sell somebody else on it. Most people don't go after their goals. Most people don't go after the things that they want to do in life. Most people don't stay consistent and stick with what they say they're going to do and follow through on their commitments. It's because they're not fucking sold on whatever it is in the first place. So it's easy for us to go to our favorite artist concert. It's easier to go to our favorite stores, shop from our favorite online places. Like, we're sold by Amazon, we're sold by Target, we're sold by Nike and Adidas. I just named 3 places that most likely 90% of the people in America use those products or are sold by those people. Why is it so easy for us to get sold by other people, but it's so hard for us to sell ourselves on our dreams? Because those people spent all their fucking time selling themselves on whatever it is they allowed you to become into the marketplace and buy, witness, see, be a part of. Those people spend years of telling themselves, you know what? I'm sold that I would never give up on making sure that this product is in everyone, if not as many people's hands as possible. I'm sold on making sure that I can speak to as many as people as possible within this amount of time. I'm sold that I would never give up until I get $100,000. I'm sold that I would never give up until I lose this amount of weight. I'm sold until I gain this amount. I'm sold that I will keep going until I become the person that deserves to have this person in my life and I share this intimate relationship, whether you're a man and a woman looking for opposite sex or same sex, whatever it is. Selling yourself on yourself is the first step, y'all. Selling yourself to yourself is the first step. Because once you be able to do that, you might not even have the product down all the way, but people are gonna see that you're fucking convinced. And you know what? This world was built off of lies. Everybody's like, oh, it's either fact or opinion. It's fact. There was no fucking facts and opinion at all. It was just one thing. Somebody thought it was something. If you go all the way back to time, and I don't know the history, but I'm really big into history. I'm a history buff. I'm a historian type of person. And I feel like and guarantee you that when this thing first started off and men really didn't know how to communicate, women didn't know how to communicate, whether you believe in the Bible, Muslim, Quran, Buddhism, Hinduism, whatever religion you like to collect yourself as, atheist, whatever, you have to trail back to something to figure out what happened in the beginning. But I believe in the beginning, there was nothing that people knew how to say, this is this. It had to be like, I think this is this. And then people came around, they gathered around, they talked about it. What do you think? Do you think this is true? Then people had to go out there and experiment and have iterations, and they had to have do's and don'ts and say, we're going to try this one day. And eventually, over a certain amount of time, somebody said, you know what? That's a fact. That's a fact. So even if you're going into the marketplace and you don't have all the facts lined up together, who gives a fuck? People will recognize that you are confident and that you are somebody who is already sold on whatever it is that you're bringing to the marketplace. And they will say, you know what? I didn't even hear what he said. I didn't even hear what she said, but the level of confidence that they have, I gotta hear him out. And then that's when you get better with the iterations, and over time you get better at what you're saying. You get more experience, you become more knowledgeable about whatever it is that you're talking about. And then eventually the context of your conversation aligns with your confidence, and then you are unstoppable because you're saying what you mean, you're meaning what you say, and you're backing up your offer with your words and something that's almost like a money back guaranteed. You know why motherfuckers can actually say money back guaranteed? Because they tried that so many times, and they tried it to where they couldn't say money back guaranteed. They was the person that people told no for so long until they became the person that people said yes to. And they said, you know what? We can wait this out. We might have a couple people who might just want to bitch and complain and get their money back. But that level of people who bitching and complaining has nothing on the people who are not bitching and complaining. And we can afford to just take those 3 or 4 people because we got 100 over here that's making up for the 3 or 4, and the numbers aren't even nowhere near each other. So the first product and the most important product that you have to get is selling yourself. Sell yourself. Sell yourself on what it is. How do you go about selling yourself? First of all, you have to align yourself with what it is that you want to believe in. What it is that you want to believe in. It doesn't even have to be a product. It can be, you know what? I believe that my house should be organized like this. I believe that I should clean my car once a week. Start off small. Because the thing is, like most people say, and it's common sense, but it's not common, the habits that you have in small areas will reflect the habits that you will have in large areas too. So you can just sell yourself on your daily commitments that you have with yourself. I sold myself on the fact that I'm gonna walk around my neighborhood for 5 minutes and then come back. I always tell all of my homies, start off small. My homies ask me, Waters, bro, which good book you got, man? Which one you want to read? Which book? I say, all right, bro, read this book. And then I say something that's so insulting to them, but I do it on purpose to see if they can stay consistent. I say, read this book, and make sure you read 4 sentences a day. Ah, man, I can do that shit, bro. And I hit them up a week, bro. How you reading? Bro, I ain't read in 2 days. See, when I told you to read for 4 sentences a day, you felt it was too easy. But see, what humans are is that we are more designed to think about survival and fear than we are to think about success. So when you hear something that you feel that is too easy for you, you won't do it because it's not challenging you. Because it's not challenging you. But see, the thing about it is it's not to be challenged at something that you're not good at. The idea is to start something that you're not good at too. It's no longer challenging, and you realize that you're great at it. So that's what I would say, honestly. Just start off on selling yourself on what do you want to believe personally first. And then once you sold in yourself on your own personal commitments, and I always say start from within your body and then start from without your temple, which is your house. So those are both temples, the temple of yourself and then the temple that you dwell in, and which is your dwellings. And if you can stay on the commitment, I sold myself on the fact that I will floss my teeth and brush my teeth 2 times a day, but I make sure I floss. That's selling yourself. The selling doesn't have to be big, because why people don't have big ass companies like Amazon and Jeff Bezos, or even have companies that hit $100,000 in revenue, or even have jobs at $100,000, is because they're not looking at the importance of the small steps and the small commitments and the small sales. The small sales is the sales that you make personally. Are you committing to the small sale that you make on a every day? The sale that you make every day. I'm selling myself today that I will make sure I will not leave my house until it's clean so I can come back. And I'm giving y'all examples that I live by. Everything I just said is literally the things that I sold myself on. Literally everything I just said is things that I do. But if you understand that the small sales are the ones that really translate and can transfer into the bigger sales, then you can sit back and be like, all right, now all I got to do is think about who I am and what I believe in, because it all starts off personal. You can use the exact same example when you want to go to the marketplace and when you want to go to business. Now, I started off with selling myself on my personal commitments. Now, how do I sell to others? Who am I as a person? Personally, I like to read. Okay, well, I will sell myself that I'll make sure I go on YouTube and read one book or one chapter a week. I'm sold. That's selling. Then there's ways to connect other different things. So a lot of what I do and what I design my business models around and everything that I'm bringing y'all to the world is the correlation between personal development and how it perfectly aligns with financial literacy and finance and freedom in business. The fact that what you get from life is based off of the person that you become. And I know it's so fucking cliche and everybody is like, oh, I hear it. But trust me, it really works. It really, really works. Like, I'm really from Atlanta. I'm one of them people. I'm from Atlanta. Like, I'm from Atlanta. Like, one of them people from Atlanta that was here forever. And our family done seen the city change way before the rap shit, way before the hip hop, loving hip hop, way before any of that. And I seen how if you live this lifestyle, it really correlates with growth and development and making money and evolving, and seeing people who don't understand these concepts and they're missing out on all of these things that these concepts can bring, like money, like happiness, like love. Like, I'm the type of person that believe you can have both. Like, a lot of people think, oh man, can you have money and can have money? Fucking right, you can. That's just like saying, well, shit, you can have an arm, but you don't need a leg. Why the fuck I can't have both? Why can't I have both arms and both legs? So you can have both. You can be happy and you can have money. You can be successful and you can be nice. You can be beautiful and you can be nice. You can be considerate and you can be somebody who's disciplined enough to make sure they stay attention to their goals. So that's why I say, when you are selling yourself, sell yourself on the personal things that you have within your life, within your home, within your everyday goals, with who you are as a person every day. That's the first thing that you can do to see your money in your life change and grow and increase drastically. Like, and when I mean drastically, it's drastically, because what it is that we're trying to skip the steps. Somebody like this Palo Santo real quick, y'all. I took the candle out. What we're trying to do is we're trying to skip steps. And once we realize that everything starts from within, then we understand that we're not missing anything. Most of the times in life, we think that we're missing things because we don't realize that everything starts from within. As they say, as above, so is below. As in within, so is without. And it's so cliche, and people don't want to hear this stuff because I think that they don't think it works. They don't think it works. But Think about it. If you only get better at what you're good at, there's some people who good as fuck at arguing because they argue all the time. There's people who good as hell at not being negative because they negative all the time. So of course something won't work if you don't practice it and you don't do it and you won't be good at it. Most people don't. Most people aren't bad at something long enough to become good at it. You have to ask yourself, will I be bad at life long enough to become good at life? And I'm not talking about life like being alive. There's a big ass difference between being alive and actually living and getting whatever the fuck you want to get out of life. Like, are you willing to live long enough and be alive and do what being alive takes to become good at it? Are you willing to be bad enough? And that's the part that you have to realize, to sell yourself before you sell yourself to someone else. Now, when you're trying to sell yourself to someone else, you're gonna come with all the confidence because one, you already sold yourself on your personal goals. Two, you're gonna do the due diligence that it takes for whatever it is to get that person to say yes to you. When you're going on a job interview, you're selling yourself. You can be going to motherfucking Quick Trip, which is a gas station. I don't know where everybody's at in the country. Let me know where y'all at. But you can be going to Quick Trip. You can be going to a McDonald's, which is everywhere in the world. And you still got to go through an interview, fill it out, and then have an interview and talk to the person. And you have to sell yourself. Why would they choose you over choosing somebody else? That right there is selling yourself. It's not a product. Can you get through those? How many interviews have you been on? How many interviews have you been on? And out of those interviews, how many job offers have you got? Like, I got one of my books, like I told y'all before, if y'all didn't know, listen to my old videos. I've already written probably 6 books, but I only published 2 because there's an order that I'm releasing my books because they are literally based off of the life lessons and the thing I do. I have a book that I've written called 50 Job CEO, and it's about how you can go from an employer to a CEO and on your own business. And it's literally about my life because I've had more than 50 fucking jobs. So if I had 50 jobs, imagine how many interviews I had to go on. Imagine how many job applications I had to fill in if I've had 50 jobs, literally 50 jobs. So when you're going to a job, you are selling yourself as well to sit down with that person and say, you know what, I have to make them feel that I'm good enough. And honestly, that's really fucking humble. That's really fucking humbling. Because another adult has to go there and put themselves. Only thing other humbling this is standing in front of the fucking judge. And I done did that. That's why I be telling my kids, like, going to jail ain't cool. Like, niggas be rapping, talking about going to jail. Like I ain't trying to go to jail and be around a whole bunch of other naked ass men and shit. Like, you know what I mean? That's just not my style. Some people might like that. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not for me. So only thing more humbling than being in front of a person and ask them for a job is sitting in front of a judge to determine the decision that they want to make with your life because you made a decision that you couldn't do the right thing. So when you're going to somebody, you're selling yourself to that person. All right, y'all. And the goal is to be able to sell yourself on your personal goals that you have at your house first, the little things. Staying true to the small little commitments that you have on a daily basis to sell yourself. And then once you do that, the best way to make it about business is to take those same personal goals that you have and figure out who you are as a person and what you love, and then take those goals that you did on a personal level and translate those into business goals and say, you know what, I like singing, and then start using the same discipline that you did for yourself when you were doing something personal like flossing or brushing your teeth. I will write down 1 song a week. I will record 1 song a month. I will put 1 song that I recorded out on the internet every 2 months. And then after a while, you built the habit already because you were doing it on your own personal goals around the house, like brushing your teeth. And then voila, you built the fucking business. Voila, you already built and established the goals to be a seller, to sell things, to reveal the value that people want to see in the product. You got to realize people want to spend money. Money was made to be spent. There's no other purpose besides money. Besides to be spent, you either spend it on consumption or you spend it on the production. But either way, you're spending money. You're either spending money to consume things that will no longer have value, and voila, it's gone, you won't remember it. Or you're spending money to create systems that will be able to give you some freedom. So once you understand that, those things will help align you with who you need to be to sell, y'all. Who you need to be. I hope that makes sense. Like I said, I'm getting to the point to where I want to have brevity. I'm not doing this for the fucking fact of YouTube and trying to have hour-long videos to get YouTube hours in and all of that. Like, I just want to get the point across. You know what I'm saying? Because I know there's plenty of things people can be looking at, but I'm not for everyone, but I am for those who I'm meant to be for, and that's cool with me. You know, there's a lot of shit out there going around and a lot of different things people can be looking at. And a lot of people want to not pay attention to the problems that's going on in their life. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's fine with you. Is that, are you being true to what you really want is the question. And probably not, you know, that's all right. But that's okay. Maybe you will one day. Maybe you won't. Everybody's different. You know, everybody is where they need to be in their life based off of where they want to go if they think that's where they really need to be. You know, once upon a time, I was doing other things and I thought that's where I wanted to be and where I needed to be. But at the same time, in my true essence, I was always this person because I knew where I wanted to go. So my goal is to be able to reveal that person within you that really wants to go somewhere. You might be scared to do it. You might not want to be honest with yourself right now. But everybody inside of themselves has a different version of them that actually wants to reach the top. Because we're infinite beings, we come from a higher source, we come from a higher power. No matter what vibration may be around you that you grew up with, no matter what vibration you might have been introduced to or you might have not been introduced to in the beginning and you learned about later on and you got stuck on that shit. Everybody has a certain type of energy that's higher within them no matter what. I don't give a fuck what problem you did, what sin you committed, what dirt you did. Everybody has it. Now, whether you follow through with that is up to you. So I hope that got through, y'all. I hope y'all understand that this one product, yourself, can change your life once you learn how to sell yourself. And not selling yourself to the world, but selling yourself to yourself. Once you are sold to you, you will never ever feel like you can't accomplish what you want to because you're sold on it. Like, that's why whatever I do, I'm fucking sold. Nobody cannot convince me that this is what I'm not meant to do because I'm sold on it already. Like, I bought the product. I'm not, and you know what the thing about this? You can't return this motherfucker. Like, I made it to where you can't return it. Receipt gone, ripped it up. You might as well do something with it, post it on God. You might as well post it online and sell it, but you cannot return it. All right, man. One love, y'all. Definitely appreciate the love. Thank you, I Am Committed. Thank you for coming in and definitely supporting. I wish wellness, clarity, strength, prosperity. I wish you all the money your heart desires. I wish you all the love that your heart desires, all the freedom that your heart desires, because I know that's what we all want in life. All the connections, all the benefits and the friendships. Tomorrow, 28th, turning up. I'll be 38 for the record, 38. And we're going into November, a new month, new energy. And y'all tap in, man. Remember to like, subscribe, share, all of that. Don't be afraid to have conversations that are scary with people, because at the end of the day, you might be saving somebody's lives, and we all feel the same way in some point of our lives, man. One love. Remember to stay well, be conscious, and write your world into existence. Love, thank you. I talk to you. Peace.